Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beauty with Stephanie. I'm your host, Stephanie Tremmel, licensed esthetician and the owner of Belle Âme Esthetics in Magnolia, Texas, where we nourish your skin and feed your soul. Today, we're diving into everything skincare. From the services we offer at Belle Âme to tips for creating your ultimate at-home skincare routine, whether you're a skincare pro or just starting out, I've got you covered. Plus, stick around to the end because I've got a special offer for new clients who book an appointment with us in March. I thought I'd switch things up a bit today and take a break from the heavier topics we've been exploring recently. And don't get me wrong, these stories are important and I feel called to share them. But today I'm in the mood to lighten things up and talk about skincare. Something I'm super passionate about and what I do for a living. Honestly, I never thought I'd be so into skincare. But the more I get into it, the more I absolutely love it. So I thought we could dive into that today and talk about ways we can care for ourselves. It's all about self-care, right? As women, I talk a lot about this with my clients and in the meetings I attend, why I got into this industry in the first place. It's about being there for other women and emphasizing just how crucial self-care is. As moms, we tend to put ourselves last. And honestly, I think even women who aren't moms can do this too. But especially once we have kids, we often end up on the back burner. And while that's totally natural, it's important to remember that we need to take care of ourselves too. We can't completely neglect ourselves because years and years of that catch up to you, and that can come out in so many different ways. So I just think it's important to take care of ourselves. Skincare specifically, when you start getting older, you start getting into your 30s and you're like, okay, my skin is changing. I'm starting to see the fine lines and wrinkles. There's stuff going on, and you get a little bit of insecurity about it. So it's just nice to get a little jump start on that if you're younger. If you're not and you're already, like me, 40s and never had a skincare routine, there's still hope for you. There are so many different advanced treatments now that are really, really good. I do a lot of research before I purchase any devices or modalities. I'm all in or nothing when it comes to things like that. I don't specifically think that you always get what you pay for when it comes to devices with skincare. I don't want to dog on certain companies, but there's some companies out there that have certain facial machines that are 30, 40, and $50,000. And quite honestly, I have yet to see a picture before and after that even compares to my Hydra Diamond that I give. So it's like, and I've had these facials before and they're great. It's not like they're not good. It's just, is it worth spending that much more money? So I do a lot of research on the device itself, the modalities it has on it. I do a lot of research into groups for other estheticians because I want to know what other estheticians are using. Who's got good things to say about these devices and these machines? Because they're not cheap. We're spending a lot of money on these devices to help nourish and fix your skin for you. So it is important to know what you're getting and not just buy cheap stuff and try to give facials, because if people aren't getting the outcome that they want, they're not going to come back, So there are a lot of things we can do. You can be in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, just starting out. I have a lot of clients, 50s, 60s, come to me, never had a facial. Those are my favorite. I absolutely love it. The anti-aging it's totally my niche. I love it so much. So if that's you, come see me. I'm not going to sit here and judge you because I didn't have a skincare routine either. And it's that generation, skincare wasn't a big thing when we were younger. This is why I try to keep a script, because I can go off on a rabbit trail so quickly. And so I'm like, okay, Stephanie, stick to the script. But I hate reading a script because it's obvious I'm reading. I like it just to be more natural. Just talk to y'all. Just have a conversation. But man, I get off on these rabbit trails sometimes. So bear with me here. I believe that skincare is more than just a routine. It's a self-care ritual that should be customized to fit every individual's needs. We're all about enhancing your natural beauty while keeping your skin at its healthiest state. I offer a range of skincare services designed to meet all types, including rejuvenating custom facials, advanced acne treatments, microcurrent therapy, chemical peels, hydrofacials, lash lift and tints, and so much more. Whether you're looking for an instant glow or long-term skincare results, we have something for you. Having a solid skincare routine at home is key to maintaining your skin's health. We as estheticians have an 80-20 rule. 80% of your skin's health comes from what you do at home. 20% comes from the professional treatments like facials and advanced therapies that we offer in the studio. It's critical that you're working with your esthetician and doing your part at home to really achieve the best possible results. Great skin takes time. It's a commitment. It's an investment. You're worth the investment, but it's going to take time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's something that we have to work at together. I always tell my clients, give me 90 days. I'm really good about taking before and after pictures. I take pictures every time you come in. I try to take them from the exact same angle so that we can compare those later. If you're doing your part at home and working with me, you are absolutely going to see major results. It even shocks me. Still, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the difference in 90 days. But you can tell the ones that are going home and they're doing their part and they're doing their work at home because it's night and day. I offer a 10% discount if you book your next appointment with me before you leave the studio the day of your appointment. So it's a nice little incentive for everyone. So let's talk about what a good skincare routine should include. A good basic skincare routine. So I'm going to say this right off the bat. Make sure you are using professional skincare brands. That doesn't have to be Circadia. I have Circadia in my studio. Absolutely love it. Everyone I put on it loves it. They get hooked. It's very affordable. It's great stuff. But I'm not saying you have to buy my brand, right? But just make sure, because I have plenty of clients that say, hey, I'm using this brand and this. I'm like, great, that's a professional skincare brand. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to find these brands in the stores. You're not going to be able to find it at Target. You're not going to be able to find it at, Walmart or whatever. These are brands that are only sold to licensed individuals. So you'll have to go into a spa or a studio to get these brands. But make sure you're using professional skincare. Professional skincare products are formulated with higher concentrations of active ingredients, which means they're more effective at targeting specific concerns. They're designed to work synergistically with the treatments you get at the spa, like your facials, chemical peels, etc. Over-the-counter products, they're more accessible, but they don't have the same potency or targeting action as professional products. That's why I always recommend investing in high-quality skincare for more serious concerns like aging, acne, pigmentation. The difference, it's truly night and day. Not to mention the other ingredients that are going to be in these over-the-counter skincare products, irritants that can irritate your skin. They have fragrances in them, parabens. There's a lot of things, fillers that they put in these products that irritate a lot of people's skin, and they're just counteracting what you're really looking for. So get yourself a good professional grade skincare cleanser. At least one. I recommend two. For instance, I put most of my clients on our Vitamin Veil cleanser. It's an oil cleanser. That's really great for removing makeup and impurities at the end of the day. It's super hydrating. It is my favorite. I use it every day, morning and night. So that, plus you could do a targeting cleanser to go after that. There's lots of different ones we have in the studio. So everybody's situation is different. So depending on what you need, I would gear you towards that. So you do a double cleanse at night. I always suggest using the white sponges. So if you're going to use those little sponges that expand when they get wet, we use those to wash our face. I used them in the studio for a while. I kind of use 4x4s now, but they're great because you're going to wash your face. And then when you go in for your second cleanse and you wash your face, it's crazy how much is still left over. So back to a good skincare routine. We will double cleanse at night, cleanse in the morning. If you're only going to cleanse once a day, make sure it's at night. But I would suggest doing it in the morning as well. You want a good serum. So my bestseller, vitamin C reversal serum, it's got powerful antioxidants with hyaluronic acid for brightening and hydration. It protects you during the day and repairs at night. It's great. That's one you put on morning and night. Get a good moisturizer. We have several different moisturizers in the studio. They're all amazing. It really depends on preference for some of them are thicker than others. Some of them feel different once they go on, but they're all going to be great for hydration. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Always wear sunscreen. It's essential for preventing premature aging and hyperpigmentation. I didn't like sunscreen on my face, never wore it, but I'll tell you, I had so many dark spots, sunspots, age spots, whatever you want to call them, from not wearing sunscreen. So always have sunscreen. It is the most effective way to protect your skin from UV damage, which is one of the leading causes of wrinkles, sunspots, age spots, and sagging. But I know what you're thinking. Most sunscreens are greasy and leave a white cast. That's not the case with Circadia's SPF moisturizer. It's my absolute favorite. It feels light, gives you a beautiful glow, and doesn't leave any residue. I actually give out samples at the studio, and clients are always amazed at how great it feels. This stuff sells itself. So that's my quick little rundown on the basic skincare routine that's good. There's so many other things we can add into that. There's so many targeting serums, moisturizers. There's a slew of things, right? But that's the basics. That's the core of what you need. Start there, especially if you're one that's not really great or doesn't have a skincare routine yet. Start there. Just start simple with the simple things and then add as you go because it will become routine. I have so many different things I use, and sometimes less is more. Everybody's different. It just depends, right? My skin is tough. Like it can handle a lot. So I do a lot to it, but it shows. And I have people constantly asking me. I've had clients book because I met them at a networking event and they're like, your skin looks amazing. And I'm like, thank you. I give them my flyer. They see some before and afters and they're like, sold. I'm booking. And then I've got a lifetime client because they come back month after month because they're liking the treatments. They're liking the results that they're getting. So that's the basic rundown on a skincare routine. Now, as far as treatments in the treatment room, the 20%, right? The other 20% of your beautiful skin. There are many different options I can offer in the treatment room. Again, depending on what your need is. A good facial to start out with for anyone would be the Hydro Diamond. I would say come in, get the Hydro Diamond, or you can do a custom facial too. That's a hands-on facial that's targeted. It's custom. You will get a shoulder and neck massage included with that one. A little more relaxing, whereas the hydrofacial is more of a results-driven facial. So either one of those is a great start. Come in and get that. We can go over your needs and what you're looking to get from your skincare, and we'll go from there. So they're all different. There's never one exactly the same. Even my Lux Lift facial, my Hydro Diamond facial, it's the same process, but the products are going to be different for everybody depending on what your need is. Once we do that, we'll get your facial done. At the end, I like to go over skincare products because just because you see a product on TikTok does not make it good. This is a huge thing right now. I see a lot of clients coming in using a specific brand. I'm not going to mention it, but I'm like, what are you using? And I almost know the answer before they even answer me just by the texture of their skin. And it's a big one on TikTok and there are several of them out there, but I'm like, you got to get off of this, so I kind of explain why these are not good, get them into a more natural professional skincare line every time. They're just like, oh, my skin is so much better. Thank you so much. That's why I love this so much. I just love seeing the outcomes and people being happy. That's what it's all about. So we want people to be happy. They're going to keep coming back. And I will tell you, I don't know the exact percentage, but I can safely say at least 95% of my clientele are reoccurring. They come back every month. It's not just people coming in for a facial and I never see them again. When my clients are happy, I'm happy. That's my goal always. I do a lot of research. If I don't have an answer for you when you are in the studio, I will research and find an answer for you. I do a lot of follow-ups. I get a lot of follow-ups. I have clients text me often and they're like, my skin feels amazing. Thank you so much for doing what you've done for me. It's just so rewarding. So let's dive into favorites. Favorite treatments at Belle Âme Esthetics. Hands down, I'm going to say the Hydro Diamond Facial. It is client favorite. Everyone loves it. It's a great monthly maintenance facial. I have 2 different Hydro Diamonds. I have one that's a 50-minute and then one that is an 80-minute that includes LED light therapy. This one, and I always suggest the LED light therapy because I have a Soluma light. It's amazing. It is one of the best lights out there. You feel your skin like it feels snatched when you get out of this thing. It's crazy. Love this light. So I always suggest that one, but it is hands down a client favorite. I just invested in a new device for microcurrent after doing a lot of research on that. And I think that one's going to take over because it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. But definitely right now, it's the Hydro Diamond Facial for sure. It combines microdermabrasion with a hydrodermabrasion system for intense exfoliation and hydration. It's perfect for those with dry and dull skin as it deeply cleanses the skin while infusing it with nourishing serums and leaving your face glowing and plump. I have really good before and after pictures of this facial, just one facial. It's quite amazing, actually. If you go on my social media, and I'll link all the social media in the description for this podcast, but go on my website or my social media and check it out. Like it's pretty good. Pictures don't lie, right? Like that's why it's so important to do before and afters. This facial is really good for any skin type. It's especially loved by clients looking for a fresh, dewy look that lasts. This is a great treatment for those with rosacea, sensitive skin. It's not too harsh. I do have different diamond tips. If you're super sensitive, I've got a tip for that. Even my regular diamond tip, I've used on those with rosacea and sensitive skin, and it's never been an issue. You might be a little red for a few minutes afterwards, but that's normal on most anyone anyways. And I've actually had really good results from that and clients saying, my face hasn't felt this good in a long time. Plus, it has 0 downtime. So you got to go right back to your day feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. I recommend after this facial that you leave the products on the rest of the day and don't wash that night and let it just soak in, because there are some products I use with this facial that, and it's not like you can wash your face if you need to and put makeup on if you're going to an event, but it's just best to leave if you can, because just letting that goodness soak in overnight is going to benefit you even more. Plus, the light is FDA tested and backed. It's one of the best on the market. Our 80-minute Hydro Diamond Facial is the #1 booked facial at Belle Âme Esthetics and the best pick for monthly maintenance. We're going to touch on a little bit of each service that I offer in today's episode, but I really love to do a future episode where I dive deeper into each treatment. So maybe 1 episode per treatment, just to give you more information about that, so you're more educated on what you want to book next time you come in. And I do go over this with my clients, but if you've never seen me before and you're curious, it might just be nice to kind of hear more about each service, what that entails, how long it is, and what the benefits are. So I think that's my plan for this next month or two, to get some more episodes out there with a little more detail on the services that I have to offer and what the benefits are for those. So next up, and I'm thinking this might be my new personal favorite, is the microcurrent treatment. The new device I just invested in the studio, and it has been a game changer. The before and afters from one treatment, I was like blown away. I did half of my face once. Noticeable difference. I couldn't even believe it. This is like a personal trainer for your face. It uses low voltage electrical currents to stimulate and tone the muscles, leaving your skin lifted and contoured. It also promotes lymphatic drainage so your skin feels less puffy and more sculpted. It's one of the most effective, non invasive treatments that I offer. Plus, it's amazing for promoting long term firmness and youthful appearance. The before and afters on this one are quite shocking after just one treatment. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Oxygen RX facial that I offer. This is a really good facial for anyone who has acne. It is a controlled amount of oxygen generated at optimal levels on the skin to provide maximum benefits and help to replace ruddy looking skin with brighter skin. This treatment is extremely nourishing and beneficial for all skin types. But I see the most benefit from this facial with my acne clients. I do have some younger clients that struggle with acne, and I do have some more mature clients that struggle with acne because that is something we run into as we get older with hormone changes and the hormones going crazy. For us in midlife, that acne seems to creep back up. So I've had very good success with this treatment and this facial. It is, depending on the level of acne that you have, sometimes to start out, you need to do this facial a couple times a month. Sometimes once a month is fine. It just really depends, but it is very beneficial and it works well and we see instant results from it. So that's another one that I offer in the studio that I really like. Next treatment I would like to touch on would be the switch treatment. This is a really popular one in my studio. I have a lot of clients that are on the switch membership. It's a membership where you pay monthly. I do have 3 different memberships available. We'll dive into those a little bit later in this episode, but this is a popular one. It's Circadia's signature treatment. It's a unique alternative to a chemical peel. Takes advantage of the skin's natural repair mechanism without causing damage. This treatment is an immediate boost to the look and feel of aging skin. So this treatment specifically, highly recommend you go through a series of at least 6 months. So 6 treatments on this. And with the switch treatment, you get your treatment, your initial appointment, you get your switch treatment. You go home, you come back 2 weeks later, and we do either an enzyme exfoliation or a mechanical exfoliation. It depends on your skin. I will do things differently for each client. So it really just depends. But you will come in 2 weeks later for an exfoliation. So we will exfoliate, all the dead skin off of your skin 2 weeks after this has had time to repair and replenish. So you get 2 appointments with this. And with the membership, you get 10% off any other services offered at Belle Âme Esthetics being a member. And you also get 10% off of any retail products that you buy. The membership is a really good deal because you're actually getting the treatment cheaper as well. So it saves you money all the way around, especially if you are buying products, Circadia products from me on a regular basis. It's a good idea to become a member. Next in line is the Luxe Lift Facial. The Luxe Lift Facial incorporates the firming peptide mask that Circadia has. This firming and tightening mask combines some of the latest technology in peptide, antioxidant, and dermal regeneration science, resulting in microcirculation, detoxification, and instant firming, lifting, and tightening. The before and afters on this facial are really, really cool to see, and it just leaves you with a really hydrated glow finish afterwards. This is the perfect facial before a big event. So if you've got something going on, a wedding or, going on a date or whatever, and you just need that instant lift, this is the greatest facial for you. So it is a little bit messy in the treatment room, but the results are worth the mess. I do like to warn clients before getting this facial, if you have claustrophobia, sometimes even if I've had clients go, oh no, I'm not claustrophobic, but they get under this mask and you have to sit in this mask for a good 30 minutes minimum. sometimes 40. So just depending on everybody reacts a little bit differently, this mask will, as it dries, tightens and it just squeezes your skin. And we go full face, décolleté. So it can, and you can kind of like feel it pulsating under there too. If you're claustrophobic at all, this might not be the facial for you. All right, moving along to some other services. We also have lash lift and tint services. It's a quick, low maintenance way to give your lashes a beautiful, natural curl. Generally lasts 6 to 8 weeks, depending on each person, their lashes, the way they are. I find some clients that have really straight lashes do need to come in right at that 6 week mark versus others that have like a natural curl to them already will last longer. Personally, when I do the lash lift and tint, it lasts me months and months. I'm going to say like at least 4 months. It lasts a while. So it's a perfect treatment for those who want gorgeous lashes without the hassle of curling them every day. So we all know how annoying that can be. So that is just some of the different facial treatments that we offer. And like I said earlier, I think I'll dive deeper into these in more detail in future episodes. Maybe we'll break it down and have 2 different facial treatments per episode and get deeper into exactly what you're going to get out of that so you know before coming in. I'd like to take this time now to talk about why regular facials are important. Why do we go in every month and get a facial? What's the purpose? How does that benefit us? Regular facials are crucial for keeping your skin in top condition. Think of them as a reset for your skin. Monthly facials can help with deep cleansing, exfoliation, hydration, addressing specific skin concerns. We'll incorporate advanced techniques that you just can't get from at-home products. Plus, they're the perfect opportunity to have a professional assess your skin's progress and make adjustments to your skincare routine as needed. And lastly, it's just good for self-care for women, for mental health. Like, it's nice to pamper yourself. It feels so good to come in, get comfortable, be in a serene atmosphere with, your friend, because your esthetician becomes your friend. Like, my clients are my friends. I literally wake up every day and I can't wait to go to work. I look at the schedule, I see who's coming in. I get to see so and so today. And I love all of my clients. We become friends. That's what happens. And just to come in and get pampered, get some facial massage, it's very relaxing and it's just nice. And you're repairing your skin at the same time. So it's like a win-win, Monthly facials, they're important. And as we age, our skin produces less collagen, elastin, and moisture. This causes it to become thinner, more fragile, and prone to wrinkles and sagging. Different stages of life require different skincare approaches. That's why it's so important to adapt your routine and to have a professional to help you and walk you through that process, because we have been trained for this. We went to school for this. We have continued education constantly on this. I mean, I do anyways. That's all I'm ever doing is learning. If I am not in the treatment room treating my ladies, I'm learning. That's what I'm doing. So I'm either taking classes or I'm learning online. I'm constantly learning and growing or creating content, but always, always, always. So it's really important to come in, get that guidance, and let us help you, let us help you help yourself. So we're going to wrap this up. That is all I have for today. I hope I didn't bore you with my skincare talk. I just felt like I needed a little break from all the heaviness, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about skincare. I love it. It's fun to me. I could talk about this for hours, so this episode was really easy for me to record. If you're listening to this podcast and you haven't visited us yet, I've got a special deal just for you. Go to our website, www.belleameesthetics.org, and book your first appointment with me. In the notes, type in Beyond Beauty with Stephanie, new client special, and you'll receive $30 off your first service. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Beyond Beauty with Stephanie. I hope you're feeling inspired and empowered to take better care of your skin. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review and share it with your friends. Until next time, take care and keep embracing your beautiful journey.